Sri Sai Ram, Chapter 12. Ma. It was 23rd November 2009, Swami's birthday, and we had decorated the mandir the previous evening. We made a path for Swami to walk on and had scattered rose petals on it. I remember when I said that let us make a path in the center for Swami to walk, my son asked, "Do you know that Swami will come?" I said, "Let us prepare, he might come." I also prepared for Pada Seva. I placed rose petals on a plate, kept rose water in a silver glass and a fresh towel. Swami gave darshan in the morning. I took his permission and did Pada Seva. Swami was sitting on his sofa. His feet were stretched forward. I saw that some rose petals were clinging so lovingly to his lotus feet. How beautifully they adorned them. Slowly, very carefully, I picked the petals one by one and put it in my hand. Oh, what Ananda, what treasure! Then Lord Shiva came. After that, Narayana Bhagavan, and then a most beautiful God came, but I did not recognize his form. Swami asked me to touch the lotus feet and take blessings of all the gods. Lord Shiva said, "Devi, Jal lo, Devi, take the holy water." I quickly picked up the glass in which I had kept water for Pada Seva and which was now empty. Lord Shiva filled it with the holy water but asked me to take the sacred water from him directly in my hand. I took the holy water in my hand and drank it, and then put aside the glass with the prasadam for everyone. Then I bowed down and touched the beautiful lotus feet of Narayana Bhagavan. I would look up to have darshan of his most beautiful face and then quickly look down to have darshan of the most beautiful lotus feet and then up again. I was yearning to have darshan of my Lord and also longing to rest my eyes at his divine lotus feet. After my first darshan of Narayana Bhagavan, I had a very special place in my heart for him. Then I bent to touch the lotus feet of the most beautiful God who was standing with his hands behind his back. But I did not recognize him. In my mind, I was thinking that I am touching the lotus feet, but I wonder of which God. Just then, reading my mind, he brought his hands forward and waved his divine flute before me, as though saying, "See, now you know me." He was smiling so charmingly. Then he declared, "Krishna." He put his flute to his lips and half crossed one foot across in his typical pose when he plays the flute. I closed my eyes and did Koti Koti Pranam. I prayed, "Please forgive me, dear Lord." Then they all left. On the following Mahashivratri day, along with Swami and Shirdi Baba, Lord Shiva gave darshan. Swami and Shirdi Baba were both sitting, Swami on his sofa and Shirdi Baba with me on the carpet. Lord Shiva was standing. Shirdi Baba said, "Jao Ma, charan chuo aur jal lo." Ma, go and touch the lotus feet and take the holy water. As I stood up, I saw that the serpent around Lord Shiva's neck was moving. The Lord said, "Devi, डरो नहीं, ये तुम्हें कुछ नहीं करेगा। हमारी दोनों आंखें के बीच में देखो, फिर अपनी आंखें बंद कर लो। Devi, don't be afraid. It will not harm you. Look between my eyes and then close your eyes." I saw a sort of an outline of the third eye there. I touched the Lord's lotus feet. He gave me the holy water from his kamandalam. First, Shirdi Baba left, then Lord Shiva, and finally Swami also left. I would get so much ananda that when I had to get back to my daily routine, I felt very disappointed. I would sit in the mandir thinking of the beautiful darshans, not able to sleep. I would talk to Swami within. "Swami, please call me to be with you. There is so much ananda, so much love, no conflict, no suffering, no hatred. There is love and only love. God is only love. We have money, a comfortable house and good children. Even then, there are so many problems in everyone's life, one after the other. In Vaikunta, there is only peace. But it is not easy to get there. To escape from here, we have to make a lot of effort. We have to work very hard to deserve that. When I saw Vaikuntha, I felt that this is the only place to be. I have never asked Swami for moksha, never asked for Vaikuntha. I have always prayed that Swami, if I have done any bad deeds, let me pay for them here itself, so that I become more and more pure every day. I pray that my Lord, please fill me with love so that I can improve myself and share with others all that I have. Let me give of myself with all my heart so that everyone realizes that how, with love and sacrifice, it is possible to change others. They should also feel inspired. But a lot of hard work is required to improve our karma. We are all children of God and He loves all of us. He wants all His children to be good, and for that He teaches us in many ways all the time. We read, we listen, and we forget. A few days back there was a message in Sai Inspires, where Swami said that you have a bank account of good karmas. It is in your hands whether you want to increase or decrease the deposit. We have to always remember His words. We must never let ourselves forget. I always think and pray that I may not do anything wrong, that I should not be able to do anything wrong. I pray that as He wants, I should improve every day and become a better person. Whenever Swami will make me merge with Him, when and where it will be, I don't know. No one knows. But the satisfaction will be there at that last moment that I walked on the right path and did not do wrong. Anu, I remember the special darshan you had on Guru Purnima day 2012. Ma, my son called to ask about the flowers I needed for Guru Purnima. I told him that I need a string 45 meters long and some rose petals. I told him that I also needed 2 garlands. I said, let them be small. I want to garland Swami and Shirdi Baba. He said, yes ma, they will reach you. Which color garlands do you want? I said, I want white and red garlands. The flowers reached in the evening. They were very beautiful. I put them in the fridge and cleaned the mandir. It is not that I pray for it, but I want to prepare just in case. He comes in all His divine, beautiful forms. So in the center of the mandir, I made a path for Swami to walk on and covered it with rose petals. I prepared for Pada Seva and kept the plate with rose petals ready. I also filled the glass with rose water and kept it in the fridge. Then I swept the mandir clean. Around midnight, I started Namasmaranam. Those days I was doing Namasmaranam for long, about 3.5 hours. I had completed most of it when Swami came. He sat on his sofa. Shirdi Baba came and sat by my side on the floor. I put my Japamala down and sat with my hands folded. Now I am thinking, Swami is there, Shirdi Baba is sitting there. Whose Pada Seva should I do? I looked questioningly at Shirdi Baba. He lifted his hand and gestured towards Swami. Then Swami lifted his hand and made the same gesture for Shirdi Baba. Again Shirdi Baba repeated it. I looked at Swami. He stretched his feet forward. I ran to him, placed the plate and did Pada Seva. After that, I carefully picked the petals clinging to Swami's feet and saved them for everyone. Swami placed his hand on my head very softly and blessed me. As I completed doing Pada Seva of Swami, suddenly I saw that in the plate were the large, beautiful feet of Narayana Bhagavan. I saw then that all the gods had arrived in the mandir. There was never-ending rose water flowing from the glass. I washed the lotus feet of all the gods. Ma Lakshmi did not let me wash her feet. She said, Nahi Devi, utho. No Devi, please get up. Then Lord Shiva gave me jal from his kamandalam. There was so much ananda. Then I went to Shirdi Baba. As I bent to touch his feet, he stopped me and said, Ma, let me touch your feet. I said, Baba, today I have to touch your feet. Today the whole world is touching your feet. Today you are my Guru. Then I touched his feet. I kissed his feet. Now I was thinking that there are only 2 garlands and he is present in all his divine form. I paused to think for a moment. Then I thought that what if while I am wondering what to do, Swami goes away? I picked up the tray and lifted the red cloth. I picked up the first garland and made Swami wear it. Then Shirdi Baba, and as I looked back, there was one more garland in the tray. I picked it up and offered it to Narayana Bhagavan. Then one more garland appeared on the tray, and then another. I made all the gods wear the garlands. When I put the flowers around Lord Shiva's neck, I remember thinking that it looked very strange. There was a snake around his neck and a garland also. Then Shirdi Baba stood up, and Swami too. All the gods were standing together. All were in white robes, wearing white and red garlands. Even Ma Lakshmi was in white. Lord Shiva was also in white. It was a magnificent sight. I did koti pranam to Swami, praying, "Thank you, Swami, for accepting my offering." There are obstacles. Whenever there is Guru Purnima, a Swami's birthday, everyone wants to come. Many relatives and friends want to come and stay over at home. I wait for these special days, and if everyone comes, I get very tired looking after them. I have to see to worldly things. I am not able to get Ananda, but I surrendered to him. He arranges everything. No one came. I was alone for Guru Purnima. On the previous evening, we had put a big picture of Swami outside the mandir. In the morning, when Swami and Shirdi Baba came, they walked to the door of the mandir, facing outside. I knew that they wanted to go out to see the picture. I quickly spread out a sari which I had kept ready so that their feet did not have to touch the floor. Both Swami and Shirdi Baba went out, admired Swami's picture, and walked back to the mandir. Amrita began to flow from the picture and continued to flow all day. Om Sai Ram.